Hello everyone. I've decided to make some short videos, like half-an-hour videos, maybe more some of them, to speak about the spiritual awakening, what happens when a spirit awakes, the confusion, the ways, some ways that they found out useful to can start his journey on this path of spiritual awakening and growth. So, in short words, let's start from here. Let's say that everything is God in the universe. He's everywhere. God is everything and everywhere. God of gods, not other gods, but we will get that later. So, a person, a spirit inside the person is on the physical plane on earth. At one point, a spirit just awakes inside the person and says, I'm not in the right place, in the right moment, with the right people, what's going on. It can awake from different states of like have a car accident, I don't know, they hit their spine very badly, or sometimes just waking up in the morning after a night of fever, or somebody leaves you, or whatever reason that gives you a certain state of shock. It can awake a person. Sometimes it's just through curiosity, and then at one point it just happens through different practices. So it can be a lot of ways, but usually what happens to an awakened spirit is that it doesn't feel in its place anymore. It's like, I don't belong here. Wherever he is, in any country, in every situation, the family where he was born in, or the friends that he has, wherever he is, he feels lost. First of all, he feels like I'm not in the right place. And what happens in those cases, usually some of them, they end up in hospitals, mental hospitals, or they end up looking for answers to try to understand where they are, what they should do, which is their way, because each spirit has a different spiritual path to grow, and how to find your own one, it's a very tricky question. And here I'm trying to release some information for those of you that don't know which path to take, which way to go, how to find your way, how to grow spiritually. And certainly lately, looking around, there's a lot of information about spiritual growth. Follow this, follow that, follow this, follow that. It's like every entity that it's a god on any level is trying to pull up as many souls or spirits, not souls, more spirits towards them, so they can follow me, follow me, follow me, and follow me. And nobody's like talking about God, the main God. I don't see too many people speaking about God of gods and Lord of lords and trying to follow him. Because at the end of the day, we all live on the same planet in this universe. And if the knowledge that I got to have until now, there's one God that has everything in this universe. And if we keep following fake gods, I managed to read about that as well, the ones that just pretend to be gods, but at the end of the day, they have some issues as well. I tend to follow the God of gods, Lord of Lords. Even though there are some points that I will get to for people that don't understand this principle, to make them understand more what does that mean to me and what it should mean for others as well, the ones that want to follow God. So if we look around, this spirit, when he awakens, maybe he was in a situation, in a religion, in no religion, just normal life with normal struggles, and then at one point just something happens and he feels confused and he doesn't know where to go, he doesn't know what to do, he doesn't know the steps, and that's why he ends up in a, let's call it a bottom place of state, because usually he wakes up where he really is as a spirit, with all the negativity on his back, on his shoulders, and he's very confused and he doesn't know where he is. And just from here he starts looking around at what he sees, and he starts, in some cases he tries to go towards God, but in some cases he ends up in a very bad situation and he doesn't recover, he doesn't grow. So ways to grow, I found out through my personal experience and my teachers, to find out a way that doesn't put in question the religion you were born with. Maybe, I don't know, you were born Christian or Buddhist or Muslim or Hindu or whatever religion. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't point towards a religion and says, no, you need to be in this religion, you were born in this religion, and you have to die in this religion to grow. No. This type of practices help you understand that God, the big God, is behind, or above, not behind, above everything. He contains everything, everything that is in the plane of earth and spiritual and less spiritual. It's behind everything there's God. And by understanding that, what I'm trying to point out here for whoever wants to grow is that one of my teachers said, look, go check, learn a bit of everything, see what it's better for you, where do you find yourself best, and follow that. But before you do that, try to learn more practices of spiritual growth, personal field cleaning, learn about, you were born, I was a Christian, so he said, learn more about Christ, learn more about the Christ religion, read Psalms, go and do a confession. So these practices were all practices to help me clean my field. In my case, let's say this is me. This was my field. I ended up here. I was all in a lot of pain, confusion, misunderstanding. A lot of negative was onto me. Negative on every level, because I couldn't understand what, where, how. So this person told me, start learning Reiki Usui, Reiki Karuna, Reiki Shamballa, and also your level of religion that you were born in. Because when we are born in a certain part of the world, in a certain religion, we are in a certain way bound to that God where we are born. So like I was born in the Christic religion, I was baptized, So I had, let's call it a debt with the Christic God, Jesus Christ. Okay? He gave me the possibility to come and get born on earth in a Christic region and be baptized. So I had, because of that, he gave me the soul to come here as a spirit and learn at the right moment when I was awakened to get back to him, back to God, back to whatever I felt like it will help me to grow spiritually. So the idea of spiritual awakening is that you go into confusion and you start going towards God. My idea is that we should all end up here towards God. Doesn't matter if you're a Buddhist, a Muslim, a Jewish, a Christian, whatever. There is one and only God that contains everything, because we are all on the same earth and we are all following different gods, and most religions, they tend to follow the same God, but then they get lost in different, let's call them ways. No, not ways. Ways is the wrong word. Yeah, in different ways of corruption, like pride, greed, lust, envy, gluttony, wrath, or sloth, or whatever type of negative plane that pulls them down, and instead of going towards God and being love, compassion, kindness, forgiveness, I don't know, working together for the good of everything, they start becoming greedy and they end up using the religion for other purposes, which doesn't help everyone on this planet, and we are all on this planet. It helps only a few, or the ones that know better what is God, who is God, how to get closer to God. So the thing is here, we can see in every religion good things and bad things. Every single religion has good things and bad things. And even in Reiki, some people, they get confused. They end up hating Reiki because they don't know how Reiki works. And what is Reiki? Every type of Reiki, it's a different stage of evolution. So some people, they start evolving, they go to do Reiki, they evolve up to here, and then here they end up to find a door that they don't know how to open it, and what they do, they come back here. Maybe even worse, because they go to hate Reiki. Same with any other religion. They tend to go, but then they find obstacles. They don't know how to overcome them and how to move forward and how to look for more information, because everything in a spiritual growth, because God is light, energy, information, and spirit, you cannot just go and grow without learning your lessons. Lessons means even reading books, even attuning yourself, cleaning yourself. Every single religion uses practices like intermittent fasting, with only with water and prayer. A lot of them go to temples, even if it's a church or a temple, Buddhist temple, or whatever kind of mosque or whatever it is. They all tend to go in a place to pray or together or towards their God. These practices are used in almost every religion. So as a common thing to do for a spiritual awaken is to start fasting. So it builds up more energy for itself to can move forward. Ask God, God of gods, Lord of lords, please show me the way. Please show me a path. If he's a Christian and he feels himself pulled toward the Christic religion, ask Jesus Christ and God, help me grow. Follow, start reading Psalms, do a confession, make everything that you learn about how to raise your vibration, how to clean your energies. And I'm talking about the bad energies, the negative plane energies. Okay? So that you can learn more and practice more. The spiritual awakening asks for a spirit to start evolving. This is the main request. If he wants. If he doesn't want to, he's already in a bad position. I don't see too many people going here and then not evolving at all. They end up even worse, and then they start evolving, or they start looking for ways to evolve. And then after, for example, in the Christic, you can do a confession, you can start praying, you can read psalms, you can start learning about the religion that you are born in, and you can also start learning Reiki, which is a practice that can and helps you and teaches you how to manipulate energies, how to call for the good energies from God and clean your field energetically. There's all sorts of Reiki types. There's the crystal Reiki, the Usui Reiki, the Karuna Reiki, the Shamballa Reiki, the sound Reiki. What translates into Reiki is like getting power from God, the ultimate God, the light, the source. Some they call him the universe, the creator, superconscious, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's like getting power from here into your fields, cleaning your fields, and helping you go and grow. Okay? So this is like, I recommend to start learning more about Reiki, because Reiki doesn't care if you are a Christian, if you are a Buddhist, a Muslim, a Jew, or whatever, any other type of religion. If you start following God and work for the good, okay? If you start working for the bad, Reiki will cut your connection. Okay, but if you choose as a spirit to go up, to follow God, to follow the positive plane, through Reiki, every type of Reiki, you are allowed to start following your path, going up. Okay, so I recommend just a bit of reading about what's Reiki, how Reiki came into existence, it doesn't matter what type of religion you are, so you can practice Reiki any type of religion. And that already stops a blockage, because every type of religion has something to say about another religion and about another religion, and that religion is not good and that religion is good, that religion is bad, that religion is good. I personally never had discussions of religion with my Muslim friends, with my whatever religion friends that I had in my life. Buddhism, I don't have too many. because I'm in Europe and I don't have Buddhists, a lot of friends. But I never had an argument with the Chinese guy that I thought he was a Buddhist. Actually, I even uh, always bend in front of him, like with the respect, always with the respect. And it didn't came necessarily from my Christic religion. It came from my background, from my grandparents' background, from my parents' background. A normal person that even if I was a Christian and baptized, I wasn't like the Christian, okay? So I'm talking about things you can learn as an awakened spirit and ways to grow. If you can see, I placed this one here. So this one contains a lot of symbols that they are all from different types of Reiki. And here is not included the sound Reiki, because that's a different one, or the crystal Reiki. If you don't know even the crystal Reiki, you can go into a shop of crystals and buy the one that attires you the most attention. And just buy it. Go home, Google how to clean your crystal energetically, clean it, thank him for being there with you, and ask him for help. Even a crystal can guide you on your path to the spiritual growth. I know it sounds strange to say a crystal can guide you. It sounds very strange, even for me. When I heard the first time this concept, I was like, what are you talking about? Because it raises questions. But if you don't go and look for the answers, you will stay like in a box. I don't know, let's put here a box. Okay? You will be a person in a box and you will keep walking in that box. The moment you take out your head and start asking question everything in a positive way, looking for the positive answers. Sometimes they will come the bad ones and you have to deal with it, but the thing is, if you stay in the same box, you will never grow. If you start asking the proper questions and look for the answers outside the box becomes bigger and you are in a different position. You can be here or you can be here. But if you keep walking in the same box and for 20 hours or whatever, you just look at the phone or you just don't know where to go or where to move, start by learning, reading books, start reading the Psalms. For example, the Psalms, it's been said that they have been passed down by the Holy Spirit of God. Okay? I could find out that there's different type of Psalms. That tells me that Psalms are like codes, verbal codes addressed towards God, to ask for help from Him, acknowledge Him. And some people use psalms to clean the field, to open the paths. There's different codes in every different type of religion build up different codes, different ways, different. That's why Reiki doesn't care. Reiki is like connecting with the source, using the source power to clean the field, to grow, to become better. It's about becoming better, understanding the negative plane, how the negative works, what is the negative plane, and how to use it in your advantage to grow, and how to clean this path. Because it's a concept, it's a new concept for me as well. New, I'm talking about a couple of years. That in the beginning I was like, what are you talking about? What is this? It was questioning on top questioning on top questioning. Why? What is this? This what I'm showing you now, it's like I couldn't understand what is this. Now I know. I'm trying to present it to you, whoever will watch this video, just to give you more insight of the fact that there's more. You can learn more. You have to learn more in order to grow. If you don't learn more, someone will. And some of them are not very good towards you. They use power to control. They use power to stop. They use power to keep ignorance. There is information out. People can start learning. Whoever is awakened and he doesn't know where to go, he can start by learning Reiki Usui. It's a very powerful tool that connects you up in the light and gives you information, power to clean, to learn, to grow. Okay? Reiki Karuna works with archangels. Reiki Shamballa works with every sort of power, always coming from upstairs. Okay? It has much more symbols. This is a symbol, a simple symbol Reiki. This is a bit more complicated. This one already becomes more complicated. But these are steps, are just steps to take. Like, you can start by learning, practicing spirituality. A lot of them didn't practice for a long time spirituality, the ones that awaken and just happens and then they start learning. There's normal people that they keep following a certain religion, and for some reason nothing happens. Nothing is for the best, or it happens for the best for a while, and then some bad things, very bad things happen, and they don't know what's going on. Why? The question why has always an answer. If you don't learn things, you cannot check the answer to that. Sometimes it's just God testing. Okay. Sometimes it's the negative energies that have access to your field and they need something from that. But in the big picture, if you don't learn, you don't know. If you don't know, you will keep stumbling. And if you're an awakened spirit, my advice to you is to start learning. Start learning. There's a lot of Reiki Usui masters in the world, in every language. Reiki Karuna as well, Reiki Shamballa as well. In the Christic realm, you can. I'm using this because I don't know all the practices for the other ones, but in every single religion that you are, you can use ways to clean your field. You can start praying, learn to pray, learn to clean your room energetically, learn to create protection and so on. So whoever is spiritually awakened, I will move forward now to explain to you a couple of principles that I wish I knew them before. Now it's after a long time that I know them, so I'm trying to share them in order that others know these things. The ones that are in need, I'm most concerned about, and I'm trying to help, not even the curious ones. Why not? The curious ones can start because it's a good way to understand things and to move around. Not, but mostly I'm concerned about the ones awakened. Okay, the ones that are in pain, in need, and they are desperate and they don't know where to go, what to do. Okay, this is like a friendly message. Okay, so let's say this is the spirit in a body. It's been said in a lot of cultures, and now it's even proven. Some techniques with new machines, they can see the fields and they can locate the spirit in like they call it the kundalini spirit, and resides like the projection of it. It resides everywhere, but the projection, the main projection, it's like around the spine at the bottom. Mostly it can be seen from people that they can see in spirit. It's called seeing in spirit. They can see his location, like somewhere around here. Okay, this is the main part of your soul, and resides around your chest, around your heart. And then there's the field of your soul that goes closer around your body. Might be the field can go just a bit outside from your body, like in the aura field. And the thing is, what I'm trying to explain is that, like, let's say this is your soul, the main concentration of your soul. This is your field, your surrounding field. Like when you see you meet a person, let's make another person here, and you get into its field, you feel that tension. Even if you don't touch each other, you feel the tension. You can try that with different people to get closer to them or not, and you will feel if that person's field is rejecting you or it's not rejecting you. You just have to get closer to see if you feel that person or not, and that's your field telling you that. If it's usually when it's a good person, you can get closer, good to you, because you might be good to some people or not good to some people, and same for the others. And when you get good to good, you can get closer better. When it's bad to good, it creates a certain unbalance of energy. So even the good, even the bad person can feel it. Good, what I'm talking about, good and bad, I will explain to you here quickly. So our body contains positive and negative energy. Let's put it positive and negative, or angels and demons, or whoever wants to call them, however they want to call them. I don't want to talk about how we should call them. I'm talking about how your body works. What do you have in your body? Who are you? Why are you here? And how you should follow a way to move forward. Okay, let's call it move forward. Backwards we cannot go. In the future we can only imagine, and moving forward, how to go forward in the best way possible that helps an awakened spirit. I'm talking mostly about awakened spirits, and for the curious ones as well. Okay, so your body contains positive and negative energy. If you have more negative energy in your body, the field is not positive. What means a field? I was here. Okay, so let's say you have more minuses, minus, 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 and let's say the minus is the energy field of your body. Okay, so you have more minuses, more minuses, more minuses. These minuses end up to create a hole in your field. When they create a hole in your field, that hole goes towards your soul and starts eating from your soul. Now, like in the yin and yang, you know the yin and yang, like this. Let's do it quickly. There are percentages to keep everything in balance, but when those percentages go out, okay, let's call it, you have more minuses and less pluses. When that happens, these negative energies go into your field and starts creating diseases. You can have headaches, You can have headaches, you can have diseases, you can have back pain, knee pain, ankle pain, back pain on the shoulders. Your shoulders don't function anymore normally. You think, oh, it's just a disease, I go to the doctor and he fixes. Okay. You go to the doctor and he fixes. You go to a chiropractor and he puts it back. Okay, let's say your shoulder is not in place. Here is your shoulder and he puts it back in place. And for the moment you feel okay. And you are like, yeah, I'm okay now. You've paid, okay, you've paid an amount of money, let's say 100. That energy that you worked for, it's transferring to your shoulder and it's fixing this breach, okay? And this breach is temporarily fixed and you don't have any more shoulder pain. But if you don't change yourself to create more positive energy towards that field that keeps breaching your field, it will come back, the pain. So it's like trying to add more pluses to your minuses. What does Reiki do? Reiki gives you power so you can start to clean your field through your chakras and start adding pluses. Okay? When your field is full of pluses, you will start changing your vibration. By changing your vibration, you will move upwards on the scale. Okay? Now what happens is an awakened spirit finds himself here and starts moving forward. And usually whoever was with him on that plane leaves him, or he leaves those situations, people, state of being. Okay? So he moves in the bubble. With the bubble he moves upwards and upwards and upwards and upwards and upwards. Sometimes he comes back because he didn't learn a lesson here, and so on. So the path is not always straight. It's like going up and down, but always tending to move upwards. Okay? So this is a short video to explain who are you, what's going on with you. You are a spirit in a body, having a soul, containing positive and negative energy, having to learn and to practice how you should move forward. Why? What is this body? How it works energetically, this body? How can I use myself and my knowledge in order to grow? Okay? That's the thing. Because a lot of people, they don't know. They don't know how their body works. They don't know about the fields. They don't know about the pluses and minuses. They don't know what's a minus. And in the further on videos, I will talk about what is a minus, what is a plus, what is an angel, what is a demon, okay? And more. I will give you my explanation, what I found out. I hope it will be useful. I hope it will find the right people. And see you next.